Hey lads, it's day 187 of my series to get to 2K on chess.com. I am feeling alive today. Let's see who we're going to play. We're at 1687. Last night I was playing on Lichess, and I've been experimenting with this new opening. This is the Sicilian, but I've been playing a different variation of it. This is called the Taimanov, and it's been going very well. If this pawn comes out here, we want to attack this pawn. Okay, so they've blocked their pawn in, so now they can't do this typical Alapin idea. And now we'll just develop our knight, and we're controlling the center of the board with this knight, get our queen onto this diagonal, and defend our knight. And all we're doing here is developing our queen side. We will develop this side of the board later, but for now we're just going to develop this side of the board. He's thinking of pushing this pawn. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put this pawn here just to defend this push. And we will finish this development, get our bishop onto b7. And now our development's essentially finished on the queen side. We just have one last piece. We'll get the rook over to c8. And he can push this, take, which is totally fine. But now that our queen side's developed, are there any tactics I'm missing? There may be. This is a new opening for me, but we will develop our bishop, and our knight goes to f6, and then we castle. So this is essentially the Taimanov setup. Everything is ready, and now we want to look for maybe a push. Usually there's a knight move where you can move a knight and you can start attacking. I could go a5 and b4. Not entirely sure. I could also play this move, but if I go h6 and he sacks here, am I worried? He could come in here and then get the queen in. I'm probably okay with it. Let's go for it. Okay. Now, what are we doing? Does our rook on f8 need to come to the middle? It might. I could prepare this push, but maybe I can already go for this push. Push the pawn. If he takes, we can recapture with the knight. I want to have a rook in the middle, I think. But let's say I go here and he pushes. We just capture that. I think we go here, and then we'll bring the rook after. But this opens our whole diagonal, so we want to clear this middle out, if possible. Because our queen wants to get onto c6. It's a really good square for her. Okay, so that's a free pawn, I think. So if I take, and he takes, and we take, he can't grab here? Or maybe he can, because my queen will be hit. Do we have an in-between move? Can we go here? Here, take, here, and now I'm wishing my rook was on d8. I think this is fine. Yes, he can grab this after the exchange. But maybe we bring the knight over to here if he doesn't take it. I'll be very happy if he doesn't take here, but his correct move here is to take. That would be his best move. Because he swaps off, yeah, and then he takes this pawn. That's what he should do. I mean, he could even take this pawn. But I think we'll bring the queen back to here. based off this next move. Yeah, okay. So the queen can't come in yet, but what are we thinking? I'm thinking just bringing it back to here, or even here. But also, his bishop's in danger. Is there a way to threaten another piece? Like, let's say I took here, he takes, and I take. That's an idea, but that's only 5, 6, 7, 8, so I can't do that. I think I'll come back to here. Now his bishop's going to retreat. And he really wants to get his queen in here, but this knight is very strong. He may want to swap it off, which I'd be okay with. But yeah, I think bringing the rook to d8 would have been good because I would have had that in-between move. I think that would have been really good if I had prepared that. But I didn't see that far ahead. I was playing some games on Lichess, and my rating's nearly over 2,000 on Lichess. I was surprised how much easier it is to get to 2K. I think, like, I looked on Google, and the rating swap is a 1700 on chess.com is 2050 on Lichess. So I was quite surprised by that. Okay, I want to put the queen here so that we have this attack, and I'm threatening this. So if he takes here, I'll just immediately push. Okay, so here, if he takes here, we take here, 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 and he's got a double pawn, and I'm hitting it. Here, if he goes here, we just take. Yeah, I think this is okay. And this bishop can't develop because we've got a pawn blocking this one. Also, if I take here, I'm hitting this one, which is very good. But he could just go here and defend this, which is not fun. I still wish my rook was on d8. I really should have moved that before I did everything else. Like, moving this pawn was not necessary. Up to h6, I think. I think this would have been a much better move than this. Okay. Here, he takes here. So we can't do that. Ah, this is an annoying move. That's a really annoying move. But I think I'm okay. Here, if he takes here, we have to recapture, and then we come here, here, here. I think we're okay. Give my king some space as well. I'm expecting him to trade off here. Oh, he's trading this way. So if I take, he takes with check. And then I recapture. And his king can move. And then I'm on the run. But I have a really good square to hide. I think it's fine. Should I take here first, though? I don't think I should. This is actually quite a good square for me to sit in, I think. And then my rook comes here. And actually, stuff's looking very good for me. Yeah, both my rooks can develop. So moving the rook over was very good, I think. I'm going to look at the accuracy after this game, and it's going to be like 45%. I had a game like that this weekend. I was playing on my phone, and I was like, I felt so good after the game. I was like, played so good, and it said 49%. I was, are you kidding me? It's actually shocking. Yeah, so here... Good move by him, because this is the whole threat. But if I can move this with tempo, maybe I can swing it up, get 2 rooks here, going after the g2 pawn. Like, he needs to take here. If he doesn't take, then we go here, and then we win this. Because the pawn will be pinned. So I'll just pre-move this. Or should I go here? Say he takes. Let's say I go here and he takes this one. I take this one, he takes it. Yeah, I have to take. I have to take because it's otherwise I'm just losing. This pawn is pinned, it can't move, so I have to remember these squares are vulnerable. I think I want to come here and just try to double. Probably. Could go here. Does he have a check? I don't think he does. Start with this. Getting ready to double. But the break comes with f5, I think. Am I worried about this? I feel like I'm not. Maybe it's better to push here and go here. I think this is quite a strong plan. Here, though, he has this move with the rook. So here, 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 here. I'm going to go for it. I don't know if it's right. But it looks good. So I'm giving up a pawn. Well, I'm not really. I mean, he already took it. I'm giving up another pawn. He can come here. Didn't think about that move. I forgot the pawn was pinned. Dang it. I'm so stupid. I go here. He just sidesteps. I have this. Can I just take? Take. I think we go here. This looks correct. And the rook comes in. Or the queen. So he's threatening my queen here, here, here. I don't want to trade. But do I have any other choice? Dang it. Oh, that was very stupid. And now if I move my queen, he gets a tempo with this rook. Here now. I gotta keep the queens on. Ah, how am I losing this? Really bad. I think I have to come to this square. But here, then, you know, everything just becomes really solid for him. Because I gave up that pawn. But here, maybe we have this move. Maybe complicate a wee bit. Because the pawn's holding here. Got a minute 30. He really wants to swap off, doesn't he? Give it back to him. This would be a big mistake. He just takes. I think the rook needs to be back on d8. Probably here, right? I think I have to go here. Here he had a check, and I didn't really like the look of it. This is pinned. I come here. This is too intense, lads. His other rook's gonna come in, I think. But this looks like a really good move. But then here. Then I'm on the run. Wow, what a crazy game. Can't believe I'm down 3 though. He can mess up. I don't see a great move for him, but he does have a check, so we're going to just move as soon as he checks, if he does. But getting the rook to one of these squares seems good, but I have this threat. And winning a pawn, maybe. But the rook's probably going to come here. Here, and then we can maybe win this pawn. Can he push this? Here, here, here. Oh, it's no good, is it? He just promotes with check. Threatening this. And this. He's got to respond to one of them. I think I'm lost. This is checkmate, is it? I think so. It's checkmate, yeah. No, I can get out now. And he lost on time. Incredible. I do not deserve that victory. Why was he taking so long? That's crazy. He played with 82.9 and I played with a 74. I mean, hey, time is part of the game. So if you can't win on time, then you don't deserve to win. Let me just check though. Because in this position, we had a winning position. And we put our rook here. And we should have just taken the pawn. We were up 1.5 here, which is a considerable advantage. We should have just taken, and we win a pawn. We could have just played it slow. I just went for an all-out attack, and that was the wrong decision. But you can always get a really solid position out of this opening. It looks like all the points in the game where I was ahead, this pawn was what I needed to go for. Take the pawn, and then pressure on the d-pawn. He had a forced checkmate in 2 at one point, which was here. He should have gone here, I think. And then here and here. Poor guy. Alright, well, lads, I hope you enjoyed that game. I'll have a lot more victories this week incoming. I feel like with white, I've been playing very well. With black, I've been learning this new opening, and I've really been enjoying it. I think the Taimanov is going to become my main repertoire. It's just really solid, and you always get a decent position, and then you start looking for your plan and your tactics. But a lot of time, people mess up the opening and you can get a really nice position out of it because all your pieces are on good squares. Your bishop here attacking, your knight and your other bishop here defending your king, and you can get your rooks on these files and just sort of play really solid. So we'll be playing this opening more. Hope you enjoy it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. We're at 1696.